Hello everyone, welcome to Tennis Fan Video. With 3 swings already completed in the WTA season, Filipino tennis star Alexandra Eala is set to begin her clay court campaign this month. For April, Eala is already listed in 3 tournaments: the Linz Open, the Stuttgart Open, and the Madrid Open. Here is Eala's schedule for April. April 6th to 12th, Linz Open in Austria, WTA 500. April 13th to 19th, Stuttgart Open in Germany, WTA 500 *. April 21st to May 3rd, Madrid Open in Spain, WTA 1000. Eala is currently listed as a qualifier for the Stuttgart Open. Recap of Eala's 2026 season. Eala reached a career-high ranking of number 29 in March. However, following the Miami Open, she dropped to her current ranking of number 45 after failing to defend the points she earned from last year's run. Still, her ranking has a chance to improve, depending on the results of her tournaments this season. Miami Open 2026, Eala vs. Laura Siegemund. Indian Wells Open, Eala vs. Coco Gauff. Eala at the Dubai Tennis Championships quarterfinals. Eala and Janice Chen. Eala Philippine Women's Open. Eala vs. Alicia Parks. Australian Open. Eala at the Kooyong Classic. Eala at the 2026 ASB Classic. Eala's clay court swing, a season of growth, grit, and gritty clay battles. As early spring sunshine seeps into the European tennis calendar, a distinctive rhythm begins to pulse across the red dirt arenas of the clay court circuit. The slow, grinding tennis that rewards patience, tactical nuance, and fierce footwork rises to prominence, and so does Eala, the Filipino prodigy whose clay court journey this season has captured both fans' hearts and critics' admiration. At just 19 years old, Eala has matured beyond her years. Her clay court swing isn't just a physical skill. It's a metaphor for her evolving identity as a competitor, resilient yet creative, attacking yet patient. This season, she has embraced clay not as an obstacle, but as a canvas, one where every rally ripples with strategy, every sliding recovery tells a story, and every topspin forehand arcs like a brushstroke, adding vibrant color to her career. The clay court season so far, lessons in patience and progress. Clay courts are notoriously unkind to those who live for quick wins and flat shots. On red clay, pace slows and angles widen, forcing players to construct points with far more deliberation. For Eala, the clay swing has been less about results and more about refinement, sharpening her baseline craft, strengthening endurance, and deepening her tactical intuition. This season began with smaller clay challengers, ITF and WTA 125 events where rising talents converge and hungry veterans fight for points. Here, Eala displayed both promise and tenacity. She moved well, a vital asset on clay, converting energy into efficient slides and seamless balance, her racket whipping heavy topspin that snagged opponents behind the baseline. Her matches have revealed a willingness to learn in real time, when to stay back and grind, when to step in and take control, and when to unleash surprise drop shots that flummox defenders accustomed to long rallies. With every set, she has stitched experience into her game like a tailor perfecting a couture design, careful, thoughtful, and exacting. Standout moments, highs, heartbreaks, and hard-fought wins. Though the season hasn't been defined by trophy lifts, Eala's clay swing has had defining moments worth recalling. At a mid-tier clay challenger in Europe, she shattered expectations with a gritty quarter-final run. Facing seasoned competitors with years of clay expertise, Eala didn't overpower, she outmaneuvered. Long rallies became her domain. She read drop shots like open books and counterpunches like second chances. Though she ultimately lost in a tight 3-set battle, the spectators saw something rarer than victory: resilience. In another match that went down to the wire, Eala found herself 2 sets to love down, the kind of deficit that would break many. But on clay, where patience is a weapon as sharp as a backhand down the line, she chipped away. Set by set she clawed back, her movement becoming crisper and her shot selection more surgical. Though victories slipped through her fingertips at the final hurdle, her spirit, unbowed, was broadcast as the true story. The clay season may not yet have delivered silverware, but it has delivered something more important: growth that is both visible and visceral, carried in every sprint, every slide, and every set that tested her beyond her comfort zone. Upcoming tournaments. The next chapters in Eala's clay story. Looking ahead, Eala's clay narrative continues with a slate of upcoming tournaments designed to challenge and elevate her game. Early April Challenger in Central Europe. A perfect follow-up to the early clay swing, this event will test her stamina and consistency. Expect sharper baseline duels and opportunities to transform near wins into deep runs. Mid-April WTA 125 clay event. Here, the field gets tougher, with established clay warriors joining the mix. This is where Eala's developing strategic patience on surface pays dividends, giving her opportunities to apply lessons learned earlier in the season. Late April International Clay Classic. A stepping stone toward more prestigious clay events, this tournament offers ranking points and confidence-boosting opportunities. Success here can set the tone for the season's most pivotal weeks. Each of these stops isn't just a list on a schedule. They are terrains where Eala will test her adaptability, sharpen her competitive mindset, and build the consistency required to battle on clay with poise. What makes Eala's clay game so compelling? There's more to her clay court swing than just technical proficiency. It's her creative impulse on court that distinguishes her from peers. A conversation with strategy. Eala treats clay like a dialogue, not a monologue. She listens to the rhythm of each point, finding not just power but purpose. She doesn't rush ball after ball. She subjects them to thoughtful interrogation. What response will this shot provoke? What opening is waiting to emerge? It's strategy layered over athleticism. Balance between patience and pressure. Clay often rewards patience to a fault. But Eala has blended this patience with pressure, knowing when to extend rallies and when to strike. This duality makes her a dangerous opponent and a fascinating player to watch. A journey, not a destination. For Eala, the clay court season isn't a sprint to specific outcomes. It's a transformative phase in her broader career. Every clay swing refines her consistency, every tactical choice tallies into deeper instincts, and every match strengthens her belief that improvement, like clay itself, requires friction, focus, and endurance. Season recap. More than win-loss records. Eala's clay season might not yet boast glittering trophies, but it tells a richer story. It speaks of development over decoration, depth over digits, and character over scoreboard glory. She hasn't just played matches. She has crafted experiences. She hasn't just moved across clay. She has danced with it, waiting, launching, recalibrating, and sometimes falling before rising again. Fans may remember this clay season years from now not for titles, but as the one where Eala's game found new dimensions, a period where ambition met adversity in a crucible that forged mental strength and tactical acuity. What's next? As the clay season marches onward, so does Eala, growling low on defense one moment, ripping heavy forehands the next. Her schedule ahead promises both challenge and chance, the kind every rising star craves. If this season has taught us anything, it's that Eala's clay court swing isn't merely about playing on clay. It's about thinking in clay, adapting with clay, and ultimately competing through clay with a rhythmic blend of artistry and athletic resolve. Whether she wins titles or pushes deeper into draws, her clay season is already a story worth watching. Rich with lessons, propelled by passion, and defined by a young player who is shaping not just her results, but her tennis identity one redirected rally at a time. Here are her results for the 2026 season, from latest to earliest sunshine swing. Miami Open, WTA 1000, round of 16. Indian Wells Open, WTA 1000, round of 16. Middle East Swing. Dubai Tennis Championships, WTA 1000, quarterfinals. Qatar Open, WTA 1000, round of 64. Abu Dhabi Open, WTA 500, quarterfinals. Philippine Women's Open, WTA 125, quarterfinals. Australian Swing. Australian Open, Grand Slam, round of 128. ASB Classic, WTA 250, semifinal. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share. Till next time.